come out here and they documented it. But I guarantee you, even though it's over $1,000 worth of damage, I'll not hear another word out of it.
Probably won't.
And he questioned me. He goes, well, I thought you had cameras out here. I go, well, what good does it do to have cameras if the police department up there won't look at none of the data? Won't look at none of the video. See where they tore the chair up?
Yeah, I saw that.
They tore the chair up. They tore the peace sign completely off of it. Off the cross.
Yep. I've seen that. It's hit for something.
Huh?
Oh, what they hit that with?
Probably a crowbar or a hammer.
Hammer or something, looks like. Broke all the damn bulbs.
Drugs.
Somebody did that for pure damn pure
Malicious.
means.
Malicious. Took a saw and sawed it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can say, Jimmy, is that David and I erected and displayed this July the 4th, 2014. Right there.
Yep.
We actually only had this one wall done when we put the cross up and we put the sign up. But the only thing I can say
That's bullshit.
is that the sign survived for 4 years. Because July the 4th was just last week.
Yeah.
So it has survived.
You came back,
No, I didn't.
didn't you? You didn't come back. That's the first time you've been back.
It's the first time I've been back in probably 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. You know, I came by before I went up there.
Right.
That's why I said I took it.
And it wasn't like this.
It wasn't like this, no.
A matter of fact, Ricky Thompson's son-in-law
There's still sawdust.
come by here yesterday.
There's sawdust on this right here.
Yeah. Ricky Thompson's son come by here yesterday. I don't know his name. He goes, this wasn't like that yesterday. Somebody done this last night.
Yeah. You still got sawdust on that post. We done had rain and wind and everything else.
We ain't had a rain since last night.
Yeah, we had, well, the other night we did. While you was at the lake, we did. Yeah, we had
That was a week ago, Jimmy.
No, we had.
You're getting your days confused.
No, we had one at our house the other night. A little shower.
This got done last night.
I know that.
There hadn't been a rain since now and last night.
Not since last night, no. I'm just saying, we had a little rain.
But just, that right there's over $1,000 right there. Did you see what they done in the mailbox?
Yeah, we do now.
Look what they done in the mailbox.
Wow. You still got mail, right?
They wasn't worried about the mail. Just malicious vandalism.
Yeah.
This is malicious right here.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have been no different if I was standing out in the yard and they had jumped out and beat the hell out of me. And this was the very thing that David and I kept griping and begging for law enforcement in this county to help us. Help us, please help us. And we couldn't get no help. Even went in front of Tommy Moore 3 or 4 different times. Maybe more times than that. I know I did. And could not get no help.
Yeah,
So you can't tell me that the judicial system in this county is not in behind this.
I don't know if they're behind it or not. They need to get their butt out here and fix it. Somebody needs to do something.
They're
about it.
patronizing what they're doing to us out here, Jimmy. And I guarantee you where it's coming from is right up the road there, pertaining to a 5-pointed demented star.
A 5-pointed demented star.
A 5-pointed demented star. A star that represents Satan.
Yeah.
Satanism. Less than a half a mile from here. If I would have known, if David would have told me ahead of time that had set up out here,
Getting hot in there.
that had set up out there, I wouldn't have come back. Because I know what they're about. I wouldn't have come back here. Because I would have known that it would have been a hopeless situation. But this tells you right here how strong the community, if you want to call it a community, I don't call it a community. This tells you how strong that the church world is, because they haven't supported me in 30 years pertaining to a ministry that supports peace, wide world peace and utopia. And this right here just is kind of like the cherry on top of the cake that basically says, yeah, Juby and David was right the whole time.
Well, what kind of saw would do that?
Probably a little a hand saw.
Like that?
Yeah, a little hand saw. Chainsaw didn't do that.
No, chainsaw didn't leave no.
No, chainsaw wouldn't have done that. That right there was a handheld saw, or maybe even one of those skill saws that you use with a battery.
I believe there was more than one person, what I believe.
You don't know. Once more, it's speculation. Was it the people that owns the property across the road? Don't know. But I guarantee you, it was some of the seeds that has been planted from that idiot up there by the name of Ridgeway or Sheffield. And because law enforcement did not stop it, they let it grow, they let it intensify, they let it escalate.
Probably didn't break in your trailer.
I figure probably next thing would be the house burned down to the ground.
No, they'll take a claw hammer and beat that door in and see what you got in there.
There ain't nothing in there.
They don't know that.
I have nothing on this property that's to any value. Nothing.
Yes,
So if they burn it down to the ground, guess who's going to be responsible? The insurance people that I got insurance with. And I'll let the insurance people find out who burned it down to the ground. I'm really surprised that the sign lasted for 4 years.
I'm really surprised that it's down.
No, I'm hurt that it's down. All right, don't get me wrong. I am hurt that it's down, because it took me and David a lot of time and a lot of energy, a lot of money. I mean, to have that done took a lot. And it ain't so much materially of what it cost, but it's what it represents. That's the part that hurts.
Yeah. A tribute to the worldwide veterans.
Right.
That's just some
It's sickening.
young kid or some shit.
It's sickening. Somebody on opium. Somebody on drugs. Somebody that's got the devil in them.
Evidently. And hit your mailbox. Surprised they didn't tear your flamingos.
Tore that peace off of there. They don't want peace. This community don't want peace. They want divorces. They want crime. They want anarchy. They want the churches to be corrupt. They want the political parties to be corrupt. They want us to be trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. They don't think that the cow's going to run dry.
Well,
They don't think the cow's going to run dry, Jimmy, but I got news for them. Whenever this thing crashes, everybody will be screwed.
oh yeah.
Not just the American government, but all governments. Huh?
Somebody pay for that. One way or another. One way or another, somebody's gonna pay for that. Their life ain't over with. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
When I'm saying
It
God's
said-
gonna take care of them,
it says in the Bible that vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
that's right.
But you know what? Out of the stuff that they vandalized, that right there is the most precious thing out here, other than that cross, is the Star of David that represents Jerusalem.
I guess they didn't see it.
Oh, they seen it. They seen it. God just didn't allow for them to destroy it. But whoever did this, I've done already prayed to God, and I'm gonna ask right now that you agree with me, that whoever has done this, that vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and that a illness, a sickness, something will fall upon to whoever done this, and those that knows who done this, and they will regret it the rest of their lives.
Yes, I agree. I agree on that. 100%.
I have been despised. I have been disliked. I have been ridiculed. I have been judged, and I have been condemned since I've come back here. And I promise you, it's all on account of what moved in What moved into the neighborhood up here?
Well,
The castle people. The castle people.
they didn't get that sign.
They don't want hope. They don't want to evolve.
That tree really has sprouted out.
I wanted that tree to do that. Whenever that tree first come out overnight and jumped up about head high, David said, well, let's cut it down. Let's cut them down. We've had trouble with them before. I go, no.
I mean,
If God intended for those trees to grow, let them grow.
it's not covered up the anchor.
Right? But one day I plan on looking in the future, trimming it down, go ahead and let it get above the building line, and then trim those limbs down and then build on to the building right here. And this right here will be like, have you ever been to that place up there at Buck Canyons where you sit down and eat and there's a big maple or a big oak tree in the center of it's,
Yeah,
yeah,
up in Paris.
it's something to look at.
I don't know if they still got that in there or not.
I don't either. But this is really, really sad.
That is, it really is, Jimmy.
It's a heartbreak.
I've been mowing the yard and everything. I come in, I looked at my phone, and I see you done something, and I've seen pictures. And I said, what? And I tried to call you, but you must be busy or doing something.
I was upset. I was hurt.
Yeah.
My heart's been
So
broken.
I told May, I said, I guess I'm going to go up there.
Well, I
She goes,
appreciate
"Well, I
you
guess
coming.
We can go up there. I said, what? We can go up there.
I appreciate you coming.
She's in the back in the car there.
Let me ask her a question. Roll down your window or open your door. May, what do you think about the way that they've vandalized this out
What
here?
they've done to his mess? He did.
I done called the law.
What'd they say?
Well, they just document it.
Yeah. Well,
But it's the law's fault, the reason why that it's happened. If they'd have put a stop to it back years ago, this would not be continually going on.
You need to get you some security lights.
security camera. Something.
It don't do no good to put security cameras up if you can't get nobody to look at the data.
Take it some-
And then whenever you hire an attorney, they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, and they'll lie to you and not let you know when your arraignment date is and cause you to go to jail. The whole system is corrupt around here.
You gotta get the right attorney. I mean, not all attorneys are bad.
The whole system is corrupt. The judges, the DEA, the prosecuting, the state prosecutor, the whole system is corrupt. Just like Donald Trump keeps saying, it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged, and it is.
Clean the swamp.
Get your good lawyer not do that.
Yep, a good lawyer.
A good lawyer.
And he don't mess around.
I ain't found one yet. Not in Northwest Tennessee.
I have.
Not in Northwest Tennessee.
I did.
At Trenton.
At Trenton. If you're talking about
Smith, no.
Redheaded.
what's his name?
Bill something.
Is he good?
Very good.
I don't think stuff like this would have went on in Gibson County. I don't think stuff like this would have went on in Dyer County. I don't think stuff like this would have went on in Lake County or even Madison County. I think somebody would have put an end to it before it ever escalated to being this hateful and this.
When they did the mailbox, you know, put a crowbar and just smack the hell out of it.
Well, he ought to do the same thing over here to this.
That's probably what they're wanting me to do. They're trying to push enough buttons in me. That way I take out my aggression out on the man across the road, and I don't a bit more know if he done it or not. I will say that it is because of him, the seeds that he has planted that makes him liable, and he's guilty of this. But so is the judicial system up here that didn't stop it whenever it all started, whenever me and David was begging, please stop them, please stop them, please stop them, and couldn't get them to do nothing. They wanted it to elevate into something major. They wanted bloodshed.
Yep. Maybe they'll get something done.
They ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna go to their office and they're gonna laugh about it.
I I'll see my lawyer and ask him what he thinks about it.
There ain't nothing, there's no witnesses.
No, there's no witnesses, and they didn't take fingerprints. I don't know. Ain't nothing to take fingerprints on, I guess.
Like I said,
They used a damn hammer.
whenever they burn it down to the ground, then they'll have Allstate or State Farm, whoever I got, then they'll have them to contend with.
Well, hope we don't get that.
Because why wouldn't they? If somebody's willing to do this,
I said,
they're willing to do.
I said, I hope it don't get this far.
It will get that far. It already has went that far. Me and David refused to go down to the Beach Ridge bottom or get caught down on that Obion River by ourselves in a boat. Because we knew the type of hostility that we was dealing with, the type of evil that we was dealing with here.
I don't know, dude.
I think you do know.
I don't know shit.
You know that these people are wicked that you're living around.
Well, I've got my bunch too. Don't think I don't.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't think they've ever went this far.
No, we're not.
They might.
They might. I don't know. I have no idea.
The only thing I can say is thank you, Jesus, because the Bible says, "The blessed are ye who are persecuted for righteous sake." Now, it would be different if I was out here doing stuff in an unrighteous way. But obviously, me supposed to be crazy, or me supposed to be psychologically, emotionally, chemically imbalanced, it must be something, all this religious stuff, for all these monsters to continue to keep coming by here and agitating and aggravating us again and again and again. Must be something to it, huh, Jimmy?
Must be, but I got news for them.
Hell's going to be for these people.
God's going to take care of them one way or another. What comes around goes around. And they just might one day wake
So
up.
tomorrow, if you don't mind, I may call on you, because I'm going to take this sign as a memento, and I'm going to hang it up
In the tree?
in a tree.
That's what I thought. Way up in the tree.
They want to look at ugly. They want to look at demented. They want to look at something that's crashed and scarred and hurt and harmed. That's what they want in this community, because it's really not a community, it's a territory. A community pulls together.
Right down there's a house. Right down there. Wasn't that the guy that's supposed to be mowing the yard?
Supposed to have been, but he's done already failed 3 or 4 different times, but that's all right.
I mean,
I paid in advance.
on that sign like that, Judy, looked like they would have heard something going on out here.
I don't think they live down there yet.
There ain't nobody living there? There's nobody back here, huh?
Nobody.
Except back there.
No. That's what me and David was saying. We was going to build a big privacy fence around here, and David said, hell, that'll make it worse. And he explained why. He goes, because we won't be able to see them coming. A privacy fence, yeah, that's going to prevent them from not seeing what's on our side, but it's also going to prevent us from not being able to see what's on the other side. In other words, if they're sneaking up the road, fixing to cause mayhem, we're not going to be able to see them coming.
Well, that's just...
It's pathetic.
It's pathetic. Yep, Herb. Well, we're gonna go, Juby. I'll give you a holler. You said tomorrow? What time?
I don't know.
Well, just give me a holler.
I will.
All right.
But it lasted 4 years, and 4 years, as far as I'm concerned, represents the 4 horsemen, because that's what this ministry is all about.
Well,
The sign lasted for 4 whole total years, and I'm really surprised that it lasted that long. But that tells me that in those 4 years, each year symbolizes a horseman, the 4 horsemen.
yeah.
I'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming by.
You're welcome. What's that gonna be on?
YouTube.
I knew you had it on.
YouTube.
You too.
I'll see you, Jim.
Later on.
Love you, man.
Love too. Jesus